Hey everybody, happy Friday. Thanks for ending your week with us here on Northern Life. We have Briggs LeSavage once again. I'm Ryan Half. Appreciate you joining us. The weather has been improving, which is awesome. However, it seems like one of those weeks where it starts off kind of peaceful and then all of a sudden there's a lot of work that ends up piling up. It kind of snowballs away from you a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why that has to happen in life, but it does seem whenever you start the week on like a good note, you're like, this is going to be kind of a calm week, especially in news. Those are the dreaded words you can never say. Like, oh, like if someone texts you, like, how's it going at work today? And you're like, oh, it's pretty slow.
I wish I had more news.
5 minutes later, there will be every news item that you could ever have imagined come across that scanner that we listen to down there.
You learn to adapt, you learn how to handle things, and here we are on this beautiful Friday.
I know, and it's warm out there, which is great.
Yeah.
We love it. Well, coming up later on today's show, we're going to have Matt Rasmussen stop by talking about the Junk Food Film Fest coming up in Duluth this weekend. Very cool. Plus, another team member will be joining us in studio, too. We're going to have Northern News Now's Blake Hornstein here to discuss tonight's special report and also a little bit about himself as he settles in Duluth as well.
It's going to be awesome having some team members here to share what they're working on and what they're involved in here in the community and on our network coming up tonight.
Yes, going to be great.
Hey, a new survey finds most office workers, maybe even here at Northern News Now, are being extra polite to artificial intelligence. Are you one of those, Briggs?
Like saying thank
Please
you
and
and
thank
please. No, I just get right to it. Sorry,
give me what I want.
AI,
According to Talker Research, 86% of office workers say they use please and thank you when using those AI tools, and many believe it actually helps them get better responses from them. The survey also found more than 80% of workers have been encouraged to use AI on the job, with many using it to summarize documents, write emails, and brainstorm ideas. I'm sure another thing that people probably want to say please and thank you is if and when artificial intelligence takes over the world, they said, hey, dude, remember when I said please and thank you every day for 2 years?
Yeah, look back at my chat history, please. I was kind to you.
I was kind to the robots.
That's funny. I have heard it takes, extra energy every word you type in, though. So the less words people have said, the better when you're using AI. So I just... give me my math. I just type in my little math equation or something.
It'd be interesting to see if people use please and thank you more with AI than they do, humans in their everyday interactions.
Yeah, like ordering a coffee or something. Yeah, people probably get in the mindset that they are just talking to, a screen sometimes or a bot.
Yeah, we're all humans. Hey, make your mom proud out there. A backyard game mashup could be the next big thing. It is called Foot Bocce, a mix of soccer and bocce ball, where players try to kick their soccer balls closest to a target ball to score some points. The creator, Skylar Bowles, came up with that idea while watching people play both sports at a park in Chico. Now, he has trademarked the game and hopes to make it global. And Bowles says the best part, anybody can play it, from toddlers all the way to seniors.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I love when new games come about. Speaking of games coming back into resurgence, I was driving by a bus stop in my neighborhood this morning. You know what I saw kids doing? Hacky sack.
Whoa!
At the bus stop.
Wow, we just talked about that.
Just talked about that.
Wow.
So
Were they any good? Were they doing flips like we saw?
No, no flips, no flips. It was maybe like a brother and sister, like gotta go. So I imagine they were kind of beefing with each other because siblings.
They didn't have a copy of USA Sack magazine to read?
Yes, taking notes. No, but I was surprised to see the trend has come all the way here to the Twin Boards.
Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to think of other outdoor games. My family played bocce ball growing up, so I love playing that. Cube is another big game. Have you played Cube before?
No.
Yeah, it's like bunch of. I believe it's Norwegian or Swedish.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong. Scandinavian.
Sure.
But you set up these like big wooden blocks and you throw them at the blocks to try to knock them over.
Yes. Okay, I do know what that is. That's fun. I like frisbee golf.
Yeah, frisbee golf.
Yeah,
frolf.
It's super fun. They have a really good course at UMD. We played frisbee golf over in Superior. Was it Central Park that we played? I think?
In Superior Central Park, I believe.
Yeah, that was super fun.
It's beautiful.
One of my favorite outdoor games.
Especially gives you an opportunity to walk outside.
Well, a new study suggests that your favorite hobby could help you stay younger longer. Researchers found that activities like painting, dancing, playing music, and even gardening may help slow your brain aging and boost your mental health, too. Experts say creative hobbies can reduce your stress, improve memory, and keep people socially connected as they age. This bad news for me. I don't have a lot of hobbies.
What if your hobby is scrolling Instagram videos and TikToks?
That sounds a lot like my after work life.
Putting on YouTube videos until you're tired and go to bed.
Yeah, I need some more creative hobbies in my life. My mom, she loves gardening and she loves planting, and so I think I need to get on that train. Or maybe like baking would be be fun.
Baking
too,
would be
but
fun.
I just I'm tired.
Yeah, no,
Aren't
that's
we all
fair.
tired?
I feel like especially when it comes to, maybe even doing this show or other stuff
Yeah.
around the station, like there is a part of your brain that has to use a lot of creative energy
True.
to say, here is the story, here's how we can make it presentable to folks out there.
Yeah.
Here's who's going to do it. So I feel like my creative energy is a little spent after a long day.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that because I feel the same way. And hopefully you twisting that will make me feel a little bit better about my brain health after hearing that story.
We can start a baking club in the break room right across the hall.
Let's do it. We'll
Make
get
some
flour.
Make some cookies. We have your mom teach us how to make those cookies.
She makes good cookies.
Always great. It's now easier than ever to live the good life you see in those TikTok videos that are our favorite hobbies. And the company has announced new booking functionality called TikTok Go. So the way it works is if you see a hotel or an attraction or a tour that you like while watching that video, you can then click on it to reserve it yourself right from the app. TikTok partnering with companies like Booking.com and Expedia to make that possible. And you can expect to see all sorts of opportunities to do so. Creators who feature these hotels and experience can then earn commission when their viewers book those links.
That's actually a genius idea.
Oh, it's so smart.
Yeah, the amount of impulse trip buys that people are going to be doing. Like, wow, that trip to India sounds like a great idea. That tour they took, lo and behold.
I'm going to click it because I'm interested, and all of a sudden my Amex card is past max. So. But I mean, it is a great idea.
Yeah, good marketing.
Yeah. Also,
by
it
TikTok.
happens all the time. I share those videos, or Mary shares them with me, saying we should travel there.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be even more possible.
I already booked the trip.
We're going. Coming up, Northern News Now's Blake Hornstein joins us here in studio. We'll talk about tonight's special report in just a few.
Welcome back, everybody. For our Northern News Now viewers out there, you've likely seen a new face in our evening newscast. And today we are officially introducing you to our new teammate and sports reporter, Blake Hornstein.
Yeah, woo! What's going on, Blake?
Yeah, we postponed this 4 months ago. I finally get to come and show my face.
You're still new.
I feel
We
bad.
can say new.
I'm still new.
Yeah.
Yes.
How you settling into Duluth here?
Loving it. I moved downtown. I've been doing a lot of walking, and the lake walk has been my favorite spot here so
Good.
far. So just getting acclimated with the area as the weather's gotten warmer, but so far it's been a lot of fun.
Tell people where you're from.
I'm from North Chicago, so an hour north of Chicago, an hour south of Milwaukee.
Awesome. And what did you do before coming here and joining our team?
Yeah, so I worked at a station in the Quad Cities,
Cool.
which is Western Illinois, Eastern Iowa.
There he
and
is.
Yep, there. That's at our PGA stop on the tour in Silvis, Illinois. Yeah, I covered Iowa football, Iowa basketball, and a lot of local sports.
Cool.
There's me at the Final Four covering Iowa versus UConn in Cleveland. Got to do a lot of fun stuff.
So tell me, Blake, what are the 4 Quad Cities? Little geography question for you.
Yes. So the 4 Quad Cities are Bettendorf and Davenport on the Iowa side, and on the Illinois side, you have Rock Island, where I worked, and Moline, where I lived. But fun fact, that shot of me on the golf course, that stop on the tour is in Silvis, Illinois, which is a city not actually one of the Quad Cities.
Oh,
so
okay.
yes, it is very complicated, and I love talking about it any chance I get. So,
That's great. Learn a little more. Yeah.
What was one of your favorite things that you covered while you were there?
Caitlin Clark, hands
Oh,
down.
that's cool.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What was it like
Cool.
covering her?
Once in a lifetime. I think it's when you're telling stories and you constantly have to be, sometimes you can be hyperbolic about
Yeah.
things, but to literally cover something that's never happened in sports before, somebody that's taking women, pretty much spearheading the golden era of women's sports to an entirely new level, to be there for so many different moments, whether it was breaking the record, going to Albany and doing live shots for an entire company, doing things that I feel like I'll tell my grandkids about one day is something that I just hold so near and dear to my heart.
Oh, that is so cool.
I bet
Blake.
the energy was just different in the arena when you were covering, the Caitlin Clark era. Not to rip on other sports, but that was the
Right.
prime time in Iowa.
Well, so much of what we did was telling stories about the fans that came out to her games.
Sure.
One of my favorite stories that I did was on Caitlin Clark after a game. She signed a pair of shoes and gave it to a little girl. And to go to that little girl's house and actually talk to her family about what that experience was like, where Caitlin Clark points out someone's daughter, hands them a pair of shoes, and you literally just change somebody's life. So
Yeah.
it's all that story and so many others is really what makes her more than a basketball player, and that's what kind of made the Caitlin Clark effect really that special.
Cool. Well, talk about stories that people will tell their grandkids. That little girl is going to be telling her grandkids someday about how Caitlin Clark one day gave her shoes.
Yeah.
That is so cool. What have you loved to hear about covering Northland sports so far? It got to be a lot of fun.
Well, I think one of the great blessings about having that Caitlin Clark experience was being able to cover high school hockey here, because it really does feel like the biggest thing ever.
Right.
And I have learned so quickly how religious and tribal all that is here. And getting to cover like the high school sectionals over in Amsoil, or getting to cover the state tournament at Grand Casino in the Twin Cities. Really just embracing the community here has been so cool. And one thing I'll say real quick is, before I took this job, one of my mentors in the business is Chris Long over at KSTP in Minneapolis.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Great.
And Chris told me like Duluth is the most underrated sports market in the country.
I agree with that.
And I see why.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of passion up here.
Yes.
And let's talk about some other stories. So for the folks at home, I had a little bit of a brain lapse here during the show. So Blake's special report actually aired last night at 10 o'clock. It's technically tonight at 10 for us here on Thursday as we're recording this. But let's talk about what your story, what did it cover last night? What can people find on northernnewsnow.com?
Baton twirling.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is so fun.
Yes, a baton twirling story, but it's not as much about the sport of twirling as it is about somebody wanting to share their story in an effort to help other people. So the story's about a male baton twirler. You might hear that and think like, a male twirling batons? Well, yes, that's kind of the point, where here's our feature on Trax. And so Trax is a baton twirler who is a world-class competitor. He's competing in Paris at the World Championship Tournament later this year. He's one of the best in the country. He's the only male representing the United States at this tournament.
Wow.
That is so cool.
From right here in the
Yes.
Twin Ports.
Right here in Superior, yes.
Wow.
But Trax, despite being so great at twirling, he's not been ashamed of it, but he doesn't talk about it. He would rather not, he's not embarrassed of it, but it's more so of something like he doesn't necessarily want to show people. But now, taking this really huge leap, he wants to share his story of feeling like, yeah, I've always felt kind of out of place, but I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
So that's really about breaking a stigma and making people realize it's okay to be proud of who you are.
Certainly is.
Owning his accomplishments.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And very quickly, how was your baton twirling?
As you can see, a big work in progress. A lot harder than it looks.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get some lessons
Yep,
from
I got a free lesson from
Oh,
Trax.
it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, Blake Hornstein joining us in studio. Thank you so much, Blake.
Thanks
and
for
again,
having me.
you can catch that special report on our website, northernnewsnow.com. And we'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back, folks. Duluth's Junk Food Film Festival is back for year 3 this weekend, so come rot your brain over 2 days with 8 films ranging from cult classics to so bad that they're good flops.
Sounds like a lot of fun to me. And here to talk all about it is our resident movie expert, Mr. Matt Rasmussen. Thank you so much for being here, Matt.
Hey, thank you again for having me on, you two. It's
Yeah.
like old times again, Briggsy.
Chilling here in the
love it.
CBS 3 Duluth studio.
Yes.
This is such a cool event. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect this weekend, Matt.
And yeah, so the Junk Food Film Fest is one of my all-time favorite events of the year, and takes place in and around halfway to Halloween every year. So happy halfway to Halloween, or beyond halfway to Halloween to you kids. You can see a little trailer playing here now from Mr. Keith Hopkins, who made a few fun little films in the area here. And this will be a local film that debuts during this gigantic film fest, which, as you mentioned, it's like a handful of So Bad They're Good and cult classics and local films. And it's just a mixed bag of things that maybe aren't good for you, kind of like junk food.
I get it. I thought it was movies about junk food.
Those
This
would be
is
good
fun.
too.
I like this. Okay, cool to have some local films in there too. Very neat. What are some of the craziest movies that you've seen there, Matt? I'm sure you've been every year.
Yeah, I've been there every year. Oh man, let's see. There's one movie I can't really say what the movie is because there's an explicitive in the title.
Probably good with keeping that out.
But it was a good one, yeah. So
Thank you for restraining yourself.
it's hard to, but yeah.
And then maybe what makes a movie a cult classic?
I think that is up to the audience. I think it's not up to the studios. It's up to rewatchability and quotability and things like that make things a cult classic.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds very cool. So how can people enjoy this film festival this weekend?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Briggsy. Well, they can come out tonight, as a matter of fact. It's a 2-day film festival, and starting tonight are the opening ceremonies, and I may or may not have a little hand in the opening ceremonies tonight
well,
as
then you know it's going to be good.
Yes, it will be. So, and tonight we are premiering the Paul Walker Classic, which is none other than Tammy and the T-Rex. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Tammy and the T-Rex.
I've never heard of it, but I think you said who? Denise Richards is in
Denise
that movie?
Richards, yeah, it's the classic story of Paul. You know, Paul Walker gets mauled by lions, and he transforms into a giant T-Rex and starts lumbering around looking for Denise Richards. It's classic.
Classic
Yes,
film.
we've all heard that story.
Fast and Furious and Tammy and the T-Rex, you know,
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Cool.
So then, so that's Friday night, and then
Okay.
if you want to stick around till Saturday, I don't know if they'll let you sleep there overnight or not.
Probably wouldn't.
Go
Maybe I
home
will. I don't know.
yeah.
But then starting Saturday morning, Keith's local film will premiere, which is Nerds Doing Good Part 2.
Oh,
Good.
very
Yes.
cool.
It may or may not have me in it as well.
Oh, he's a star. I love it.
And then it seems like one of those festivals, too, where audience participation is encouraged or required.
Huge, yes,
Yeah.
yes. There are always little triggers. They're like, throw things at the screen, or when someone says this, you take a shot, or whatever, whatever the little rules are to help you to participate with what's going on.
All right.
So then, not to be outdone by that, then I'll be hosting a movie at the end of Saturday, which is none other than the WNUF Halloween special. I hope you guys have heard of that. Oh, there you are. Thank you for putting that in there, Ryguy.
Of course.
So that is the film in conjunction with the Twin Ports Ghostbusters here, and we'll be hosting. I'll be throwing out trivia questions, and if you get my questions correctly, you'll get prizes, and yay, it'll be a fun time.
That sounds like an awesome time. The Junk Food Film Festival coming up tonight and tomorrow at Zeitgeist here in Duluth. You can find more info at junkfoodfilmfestival.com. Matt Rasmussen joining us. Thanks for stopping by, Matt.
All right, after we're done here, you can head to northernnewsnow.com. Under the Northern Life tab, you can find more fun with me and Ryan. I'm breaking the desk here, talking about hilarious Midwest-themed scary movie ideas and deer who are apparently under the influence in France. I had to slow down when reading that sentence because
It's Friday. It's
Yeah.
Friday. The deer's just having a good time at happy hour in the fields of France.
Oh,
so
my.
We'll explain more about the police calls from them coming up on Northern Life Online. But before we go today, graduation weekend will be extra special for a family out in Maine. At Thomas College, a father and daughter will walk across the stage together. Tom Toner earning his master's degree nearly 30 years after finishing college, while his daughter Mackenzie just receives her bachelor's degree. The two say the experience brought them even closer together, both in the classroom and in their life. Mackenzie now plans to return this fall to start her own master's program.
Oh, how special is that?
Oh.
That is so cool.
I wonder if they're like, do you go to parties together? Do you like
like house parties on the weekend or something? Oh
you,
gosh, my dad is here.
Probably maybe share a class or two. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
would be pretty interesting to be in the same class as one of your parents, like feeling like you have to be goody two shoes, raising your hand, answer all the questions.
Battle to see who got the better grade.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Have a great weekend.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.